Oh my goodness. It worked. Ladies and
What was
gentlemen, we
that?
are here. What is
What?
going on? Look, don't start already, dude. Let us at least get 30 seconds into the show before you start talking about my Creative Commons free royalty music. I'll change that for the next one. But let me kick off the show before you start
Fair
already
enough. Fair
going in
enough. You
on it.
got it. You got it. You go. I'll
All
sit back.
right,
All right.
new segment, new show, ladies and gentlemen. This is James Hicks from Hicks New Media Infotainment News. This is a new show kicking off. J&T's Old School Tip. I mean, I'm gonna put that on the T-shirt. I like the. Do you like the logo that I did there?
Oh, I
The
love it.
logo.
Love
You
it.
see the boom box, the old floppy drive, old school
Yeah.
cell phone, and the joystick. Tim, this was your idea. Well, this was all our idea. Hold on. Let me slow down. Let me stop. This was your daughter is the creative genius behind everything that we're doing starting today, right? She was the instigator a handful of years ago, and it takes us old guys a while to get going. But thank you, Jessica, for that. And you said it best, brother, a couple of weeks ago. Look, the world needs a hug right now, right? So
Amen.
we get everywhere else and other shows I do and in the workplace around the water cooler, whatever. We get to talk about all the other stuff that's going on in the world, but we thought we'd do something to give everyone a laugh, join in with us. We just are going to talk like two old school dudes coming at you, trying to educate these youngsters about what it's really like uh, before the cell phones, before everyone had a car, and uh, you know me, James. I'm gonna throw it over to T. Introduce yourself. Who are you? What are you doing on my screen? Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I have no idea who I am, but kudos out to Jessica for that for sure. Tim Butterini here. All you need to know is I'm a friend and a brother of this guy who's putting this on. We sat out in his backyard. We sat out in his backyard and we said, sat by the pool and said, we need to share some tips, just some
Mm.
things that people could pay attention to. Because some of the old school things still apply. Not all of them. Trust me, not all of them. Because I like the
Right,
new
right, right.
technology, but some of the old
True.
stuff still applies. So I'm going to enjoy this. I'm glad we got it accelerated a little bit too. We need this right now. We needed to
Well,
accelerate it. So.
I'm gonna talk bad about you just starting off because you said you like the technology. Tim,
Yeah.
what's what's the domain for your email? I know you got email, so you like technology. Who's your email hosted with? Huh?
So let me just say that so I use AOL. All right.
Damn. He said,
So I
hold on. We don't just gloss over that, bruh.
Yeah.
Your email, your primary email when you're not at work doing the day job,
Yeah.
whatever it is you do that you do, uh,
Yeah.
is something something at AOL.com.
That's well, but it has progressed. Okay, so first
To
of
what?
all, I'm vintage. I'm a little vintage, so I keep it because it still works. You emailed me the link to this
Yeah.
live conversation, and I
And
went to AOL and I clicked it.
did you get the you got mail? Did you get the you got
Actually, I
mails?
did. I did get that. I did get the you got mail. I did. But the link still works. The link still
I
works.
don't know
And this
about
is
that.
my point.
Yeah.
Old school stuff, as long as it still works, who cares? Just keep it. Well, why do you want to change your email domain? I don't even know what domain is, but that's a whole nother story.
Well, you at
I don't know.
least before the end of this calendar year, can you get
Hmm.
a? You had a Gmail. We set you up with a Gmail. I don't even think you use it because AOL
What's
is
G
going to
who's Gmail through? Who's Gmail through? Who's that? Who's
speaking.
Gmail through?
For someone who lives and breathes the financial sector
Yeah.
of corporate America, you would understand some of the back end of some of these service providers, huh?
Yeah,
Again, see,
well,
I'm
I
not
know.
throwing you completely under the bus, but
Hey, let me tell you, I know everything about finance, and we need to have a show on finance
whoa,
because I'll tell you what, a lot of
okay,
people need to learn about finance. We got issues out there about finance, but today is not the day. But I'll tell you,
right. So,
your domain doesn't matter when it comes to finance. Let me tell you that. AOL, rock on AOL, baby.
oh my God. Speaking of shows, and then we'll get to this before we close out tonight. This is the original
Yep.
vision board that we wrote a number of years ago of all of the things that we are going to eventually talk about. Bro, we got some winners on here for sure. But today, I think we decided to kind of talk about first. Let's start off with who we are, how we know each other. I mean, again, it was way before all of this gray hair in my beard and before you lost all of the hair up on top. So we go back 30 plus years, graduated high school together.
A little bit
I
of
walked.
Fairfield, a little Fairfield, Fairfield.
Shouts out to Fairfield, Travis Air Force Base. I see Mama Butterini in the house. I see my mom in
Yeah.
the house. So
Oh,
this is
Miss
really interesting.
Hicks.
So my mom's here. You are the only guy that she would ever let me. She loves you almost as much as she loves me.
Oh,
I
I
don't get
love
it,
her
and I don't
too.
know why. Right?
I love Miss Hicks.
I mean, I could never stay the night or anything in anyone else's place. And I don't know if you remember when you were in Davis, going to UC
Oh yeah.
Davis. I actually inadvertently stayed the entire night at your dorm, and
Uh-huh.
got back home the very next day. I could have swore that I was not going to see the light of the next day, but I told her, hey, I was with Boo Tang, and she said, oh, okay, no problems, no nothing. But
Yeah, 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 yeah,
that's
yeah.
a story for another time and another day. So I don't know what it is. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you came over and cut the grass or something when I wasn't there, or whatever the case may be. But you have a special place in the uh, in the in the Hicks household.
I may have
All
delivered
right.
the
So
newspaper. I may have delivered the newspaper. That's what I did.
either you or your brother, right? So there goes old
Yeah.
school right there. There's old school too. No one has. Or do you still get the newspaper delivered? Or how do you
No,
get your news on a day to
I,
day basis?
I try to avoid the news at all costs. But when I do get it, I get it on my little iPad. But I have the iPad, the first version, the very first iPad that ever came out, and they won't let me upgrade it anymore because this it just doesn't work. But I get it on the iPad and I check it out
Yeah.
every once in a while. Or the television, watch a little
On the
TV
television,
periodically.
on the Facebook,
Oh, I don't have
on the
Facebook, man. I
Facebook, on the
don't. Yeah, I
television.
mean, cheers to Facebook. I
That's true.
invest in it, but I don't have it. But I invest in it all day long. That's another show. That's another show.
Yeah, that's coming up. That's on here too. But
Yeah.
we decided that we would instead of trying to boil the ocean day one again. Kind of already talked about where we are and where we came from, how we started. Again, 30 some years, walked together in high school, at graduation. Um,
Yep.
we were going to talk a little bit about patience today
Oh,
and trying to decipher that patience, right? What's the difference between the youngsters of the day, the teens, the 20s, 30s, and then us a little bit more seasoned folks? What are your where do you want to start with that? Where do you want to break that down? Because we can go off on complete tangents about the young folks of the day.
yeah, 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 yeah. Well, first of all, I'll say that I don't have a lot of patience. I know, my wife Grace. Woo, we could do a whole show on her patience level.
Oh,
But
let's get her online
all
because
right, shout out,
Mama Grace. Shouts
love
out to
you,
Mama
Mama.
Grace.
All right, but no, but us old timers, we don't have the perfect amount of patience either. But just in general, I just think people need to do a little bit more of this, do a little bit
Oh,
more of that,
right. I
right?
thought I didn't know
Just
if you were pulling up a bottle or something already, but
oh
you
no,
see
well
the little
that's
bottle of
Jameson. That's later.
Jameson.
That's later.
You
Yeah,
see that
that's
back there. You see
I
that
saw that. I
right.
saw you saw yeah, my wine rack right up there. That
Yeah.
provides a lot of patience right there. So no, well, think about it. Let's talk. Where were you at this morning? Where were you at this morning? At the lab, right?
I was in the lab. I just got back from the gym. Shouts out Cal Fit. They're back open. I was social distancing. I had my mask on and everything, so got it in. trying to get back to where I was 3 months ago. So yeah, that's where I was.
All right, so 3 months ago. So that's a little bit of patience, right? You took 3 months of getting away from something that you absolutely love to do, and
Yeah.
you had the patience somewhat to make that happen. And I, for me, we still can't go to the gym, so hey, I got a recommendation.
Talk to us.
If you want to work out and get a good workout in, have 2 cups of coffee and a Claritin. I'll tell you what, I had 2 cups of coffee and a Claritin. I went out to my lab, which is in my dirty old garage with my treadmill that thanks to you and Jen, and I ran 3 miles like that, 20 minutes. I mean, it was amazing. So I mean, say no to drugs, but I'll tell you, that's
Just say
important.
no. That's
Just
okay. Well, I
say
did my
no.
Claritin.
Yep.
You did the ready tabs. I did the ready tabs, right? So
Yep.
I did that Claritin. I don't. We should probably invest in them too. Oh,
Yeah.
um, yeah.
That's another show. That's another show. But think about it. 30, I mean 3 months, and then I'm still waiting for Contra Costa to kind of shake it up a little bit, wake up, and
Right.
let us go social distance and do some stuff at my gym, Crunch. Shout out to Crunch.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
yeah, right, but that's I think that's patience. But I mean, but let me just get back. Okay, on your old school, the in the bottom right, what's at the top of J&T Old School Tip? What's at the top of that?
What are you talking about? There's a
On your
box
oh,
on on
yeah,
on,
yeah,
on our logo. Yeah,
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
box there. That's
Okay,
that's old LL Cool J. I can't live without my radio. Come on now.
okay,
You
all right,
you
all
know.
right. Do you
Don't
know
you
what
don't
you know what LL stands for? LL, you know what LL stands
remember
for?
this is a family show. Yeah. I'm just gonna say Lady Love, but
Lady
I'm a family
Love,
show
Lady
here, so
Love, Lady Love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ladies love LL, LL. Ladies love Cool J. Yeah.
yeah.
So anyway, that's a whole different story. I just
Come
learned.
on,
I
man.
think I just learned
Come
that from
on, man.
Jessica, who just said hi. So a little LL. But if you think about that box, James, think about this. Here is
Yeah.
the difference between then and now and patience, right? We used to take that box and pick any song, pick listen to the perfect beat, or if you want to pick Freakazoid.
Uh oh.
Remember
Yeah.
Freakazoid, and what was it, 86, 85, right?
Wow.
And you
How
would
about
take
some Too Short? Because I know you got a lot of Too Short. So let's go with Too Short.
oh
Let's go with Too
okay,
Short.
well, yeah, that's I love
Huh?
Todd Shaw. Todd Shaw,
Yeah,
too short,
let's
Todd
talk a
Shaw.
little.
I love that guy. So, but if you take that box and you
Yeah.
put in a cassette tape in there back in the late 80s and you're trying to get Freakazoid, this is
Right.
how we had to do it.
Was
So
that a
we
metal?
put the
Was that an
tape.
old metal tape, or was that the old? Remember the old? Okay, all right. Yeah,
Gosh,
because you got
I
to put the
don't.
metal tape because you want the
Yeah,
nice
yeah, yeah, yeah,
clarity.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I think I had the plastic. We
Damn.
were trying to go. Yeah, we had the plastic, but it still worked. So
Yeah.
I'll never forget sitting there. And Prue Dog was with me at the time, Sherman Prue.
Yep. Yeah.
So we were sitting there, and then the radio station is going, and they have all these ads, and they talk like I am right now, and there people are
Yeah.
annoyed, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, coming up is Freakazoid," and it just came out,
Mr.
right?
DJ.
You put your finger on the cassette
Oh,
and the
that's right.
record,
Yeah,
right?
play and record at the exact same time. Everyone in the
Boom.
room be quiet because I'm about to record. Yeah,
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 but
yeah,
patience. It took like 20, 30, 40. You sit like this and you're like, oh, here it comes, Freakazoid. Oh, and then they play Marvin Gaye or something, right? So you're like, oh my gosh.
Ah,
And it's the next segment. And
yeah,
you're just like, what the heck? Okay, now fast forward to today, and you
yeah.
go on here. Oh, look,
What
there's
you
me and my
got
wife.
there?
I got me and my wife right
Hey,
there. Oh, well, it's
right,
just a
right,
coat.
right.
But anyway, you go right here, and then you
Yeah,
go to Apple Music or whatever service you get, Pandora, whatever, and you just click search, Freakazoid, download, boom, boom, you're on your
boom,
AirPods, you're running,
got it,
you're running, done. You don't
done.
need any,
That's true.
I mean, but patience back in the day allowed
Yeah,
us to click those buttons and
yeah.
enjoy Freakazoid. That's what it did. That's what it
Yeah,
did.
enjoy. That's what I'm. Making the old little mixtape. Put that in your cassette for that long drive from Fairfield to Davis or to wherever. Right. Yeah.
Got to
I do
draw.
remember. I do remember that. That's true. The
Yeah.
kids nowadays they got all the streaming services, 99 cents, and they can have any song that they want. They don't get it. right? Because did we do this to him, right? Because again, I mean that's huge, right? Because I
Yeah,
want a
yeah.
song like I wanted to do some other music for our intro and for our outro, and
Ooh,
I said,
yeah, yeah.
and I wanted why why you why are you clowning on our intro music already? No, don't do that.
Well, it
I'm doing what
sounded
I
like
can right
it
now.
sounded like a sixth grader playing the piano trying to learn how to do it. Now, I mean, what's up with
Oh,
that? I mean, let me just tell you, a huge shout out to my goddaughter Alexa, who could have played that intro music 50 times better than that with the way she does it.
wow.
And she's 8. So
What?
maybe I'll get my cassette tape, my mixtape, just like they said. I'll get the mixtape
Okay.
out there and I'll record Alexa. She'll do our intro music, and then I'll have my other godson. He'll play a little bit of violin, and then I'll have my other goddaughter Emily, who I saw, whose mom is dialed in, who could sing. So I got 3 of them that could do it for us, Jay. 3 of them.
I'm just trying to stay within the boundaries of not being sued by
Yeah,
Google
yeah. Fair enough.
when I throw this on YouTube. So
Fair enough.
just trying to do what we can, but
But to
there you
your
go.
point, but Jay, to
Yeah,
your point,
yeah.
we did do this to people, right?
Hmm.
And even me, right? I mean, I want to find a song, and I can't remember the song I was trying to find the other day. We'll do a whole segment on music because I love music. But I was trying to find a song, and I searched for it. Of course, my daughter steps in and helps me in the backyard, and she finds it like that. But we did it. We did it to ourselves. We created this
Yeah.
culture of now, and zero ability to be patient. So anyway, Emily's down. She's
Love it.
watching. All right, Emily. Cheers to Emily, my goddaughter.
You're gonna need to pay her residuals for
Yeah,
every time we play it. So make sure you hit her
I
little
will. I'll pay her. I
you
mean,
know
she's got a beautiful voice, so we should have
little
her sing.
PayPal or what do the kids use now? They use
Venmo,
that
Venmo,
cash.
or
No, yeah. So old school patience, right? They got to have that money right now.
yeah.
I just literally got a text message from Isaiah saying he's over at Starbucks to and asked me if I wanted anything. I said no, I don't want anything from Starbucks because I'm boycotting Starbucks for a little bit because they have issues. But again
Well, well,
we won't get
well,
into that. But I'm a Pete's guy
yeah.
now.
That's a
I'm
whole
Pete's.
that's a whole
Yeah,
nother show, right? A whole nother
I'm Pete's and
show.
Dutch brothers. So no, Isaiah, I don't want anything from
Ooh,
Starbucks.
Dutch brothers, Dutch brothers. Shout out to Dutch
So
brothers.
thing so getting money and patience
Yeah,
back in the day, even before ATMs, right? You'd get your little lawnmower, your lawn cutting money or whatever, and you actually had to walk physically into the bank with your little dollars and nickels,
yep,
talk to a teller.
yep,
I talked to you because you were the guy sitting on the other end of that. I'd give you my little dollars. 3 days later, it'd be available in my account,
yep.
right?
And they were only open
Now,
Monday through Friday too, like from 9 to 3 or
the
something.
true
So you had to time it.
banker's hour. Yeah,
Yeah.
the true banker's hours. But now again on your phone you got your Cash App, you got the PayPal, what you say, the Venmo, all that. I can send someone $20 and they can have it in 5 minutes. What's going on with that?
But but there's no patience, and that gets back to the
No.
topic. I mean, there's no patience. I need it now. I need my money now. And even as an old timer, I mean, I keep track of everybody who owes me money. And I got a lot of them people. They owe me some money right now.
I,
A lot of
I,
people.
I know you
Uh,
got your spreadsheet going, and you're
I do.
accumulating
I do.
interest.
I
Okay.
do.
Well,
But the
hopefully
good
I'm on the
news
wrong
is,
side. Of,
yeah, but the good news is they're actually all companies, not people. So peace out to the people that don't owe me money.
okay. Okay. Just
Yeah.
making
Now
sure I'm
you
not on the wrong end of that, because you're gonna be here in like 3 hours. I just want to make sure I don't need to cut you a check.
Well, okay, all right. If you want to go there, so
Damn.
I'll be there in 3 hours
Yeah.
for celebrating Jordan's graduation. So a huge shout
Hey.
out to
Hey.
Jordan, and she's
UCLA.
going to go become a UCLA Bruin. And let me just tell you this about that girl.
Talk.
If well,
Well,
let me just.
hold
I
on.
mean, she
Let
is.
me make you let me make you bigger on the screen because you
All
gonna
right, make me big on the screen right now because I'm about to come at it right now. Okay, so Jordan, your daughter is the most incredible, daughter on the planet. No offense, Jess. So she is smart. She's smart and she's grounded, and it's because of you and Jen. She has patience. So she's one of the millennials who has patience. She has extreme patience. She looked at all these colleges. And so there is hope. There really is hope for the generation to take a pause. But I'll tell you, if we have to leave, you and I and everyone else who's old timer, if we have to leave this world in her hands, I'm all for it. So cheers to Jordan. I'm gonna leave it in your hands, girl. I'm gonna leave it in your hands.
Well, appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. But you think about it, 2020. These so they're impatient and they've grown up in a society and a world of a lot of change. 2020 has been really challenging for some folks. Others have gotten by okay, but without very little scars. But just, I mean, imagine us if we didn't have our prom, if we didn't have our back.
Oh,
We called it baccalaureate back in the day. They don't call it that because I think that is a bad division of church and state, but whatever. Remember, we went to Disneyland. Did you go to
yeah.
Disneyland for grad night, dude?
Oh,
Oh shoot,
okay.
we went to
Now
that.
you're bring. Okay, now you're bringing it up right now because this is a Grace, Jess, Alec. You all know how frustrated I was. I'll show you the damage right there. The day before, or a couple days before, my mom and dad may be on too, and they know this. I had this glass at my party, and I had this ice on
Yes.
top. And
Oh,
oh God, this is patience. I had no patience back in '87. I grab this chunk of ice and I stick it on the top of the glass, and I go like this to shove it in, and it breaks the glass. And then boom, I cut my finger big time, blood everywhere, and I couldn't go to Disneyland. It was horrible.
your mom
Horrible.
would not let look. The look in her eye when that happened. I'm not going to talk bad about your dad, but he may have been just cracking up. He may have been saying, "Look
Yeah.
at this
No, he
crazy
was
kid."
saying it is
But
stupid, Tim. Here he goes again.
but your mom, and then I was trying to work with her and looking at you, and you were all jacked up. Yeah, bro, you weren't allowed to go anywhere after
Nope.
filling your glass
I
with
ha-
ice and just trying to have a drink.
I had it all wrapped up. I had it all wrapped up,
You didn't look
and then
good.
I didn't look good. And then like 2 months later, I went to the Air Force Academy, and it was all healed up and stitched. And thank God, boy, that was a crazy time. But why don't you talk about Disneyland? Where were you headed with that? I got offline. I saw a bird flying over
I
there. I
don't
had to talk.
I don't know. Well, I don't know because again, my attention span is just like these young folks, 3 minutes long. So I forgot what I was talking about. But oh yeah,
uh,
2020. The fact that all the kids have missed out on all this good stuff, and just imagine if we had missed out on those types of
oh,
experiences, going to Disneyland, having the whole park closed, us seeing Bobby Brown perform in the middle of
ooh,
the thing. That's right. We y'all don't know about my prerogative, Bobby Brown.
gosh,
Me
Bobby Brown.
me and my hammer pants back. Well, we can talk about all that too.
MC Hammer, right here in the Bay
We,
Area. He's here, right here in the
we
Bay.
can
I
talk
don't know
about
if
that
he's,
too.
he's probably living in some apartment somewhere now, but
Not doing as well. Uh oh, look at this. I got to put this up there now. See, mom is
Oh,
throwing.
what's my mom saying? He didn't
Hey,
deserve to go.
shade,
What do you mean?
throwing
Man, I was
shade.
second
Didn't
in
this?
my class. I was number two. What do you mean I didn't deserve to go?
No,
I deserved to go.
you were. You should have got valedict, but you got saluted. That's right.
I
I
did.
can't even
I
say
was
the
off
word.
by like two basis points, like point oh 0.02 or something. I can't remember her name, but she makes me mad. I don't want to.
Yeah.
She may be on here right now
She
listening.
may
I
be
don't want her.
watching. Yeah, she may be watching, so don't watch what you say because
Yeah, but I mean, good for
it's
her.
funny.
Good for her. She's number one. I'm number two. It's all good. I'm the first loser.
Doesn't sound like you sound like you still holding 30
Well,
year
between Disneyland and
grudge
being
there. You
number
got you
two, I'm still holding grudges. Yes, I am still holding. I don't have patience to be number two or to miss Disneyland. Love my Disneyland.
got.
Oh, look at Jen. Look at Jen. Bobby Brown was her first concert in eighth grade with her mom. Woo!
Oh my
It's my
goodness.
prerogative.
Yeah, yeah. okay. But
Yeah,
you know that was then. This is now.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think you're right there, and I think Rachel even made a statement that this whole 180-degree turn and this full stop that 2020 has made for some folks has really brought the more positive out of, I think, some folks than others. But um, I don't know. Hopefully this all clears up. Things get better. I don't have to wear my mask next year, but just in case, I will. But
Well, we
yeah,
all have to be safe, my friend, right? We all got to be safe out there. We just have to do what the doctors and all those people recommend we do. And if you got to wear a mask, you got to wear a mask.
you got one?
If that helps, I do. I have like 30. Like I have a tie rack of like 100
Yeah,
ties, and then
I know
my
about your tie
yeah,
rack. Yeah, yeah.
my second tie rack. I took all the ties off and I put all my masks. So I have a cowboy mask. I shouldn't have said that. I don't want anybody to get mad at me. No,
Oh,
no cowboy
jeez.
fan. I got my cowboy mask. I got my solid black. I got
Well,
gray
classified.
matte.
So Dallas Cowboy. You're not out
Oh,
there wearing your
yeah.
chaps and that kind of thing. And yeah, but it's Dallas
No,
Cowboy.
no, I'm the
I
antithesis
don't
of that.
look. Yeah, okay, okay. I'm just checking, brother. Where's
Yeah.
my mask? Got to. I don't, hold on. Let me see here. Hold on. Little deviation,
Uh-oh.
right quick.
Oh,
Let's see how I
James has
roll into
got
the
the
gym.
gas. He's got the
Yeah.
gas mask. Yeah, the gas
Is that
mask. Look at
upside
it.
down?
Oh
Yeah,
my
look.
goodness gracious.
Yeah,
What is
yeah,
that? Look at
yeah.
that. Oh my.
That's how I roll into the gym, looking like Bane, right? So
You could you could get every single virus will never penetrate that
no,
thing. You're
not.
never gonna have a cold again.
I can barely breathe, right? But hey, I'm protected,
Uh,
so it's all good. It's all good.
It is all good, but
Uh,
patience though with it though, Jay. Patience. I mean, whether it be you getting back to the gym or having to wear a mask or all this stuff. We just have to be patient. We have to take a step back and we have to canvas everything and say, all right, this is some interesting time, and find something good and positive about it. And I think that's why we didn't want to spend time on this call talking about coronavirus or all
yeah,
these other
yeah.
dramatic things going on. We just have to take a step back and say, be good, do good. Grace told me that the other day. Be good and
Mm.
do good. Like do something good for somebody. Say something good to somebody. I mean, we're all negative, and my number one strength is positivity, and I'm positive that we're going to get through this. That's for sure. So just gotta be patient. Gotta be patient.
I like that. And that's why I think that's why we've been so tight for so long. So that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Um, what in the world are we going to do next? Again, we've got a ton of things. I guess I've reached out online and asked folks, and I'll put the little banner up here as well. If you got a question, go ahead and ask us. But we started off today talking about patience and making sure we got kind of setting the context for the show. We're just gonna go off the dome a little bit, but what do you want to talk about next time? Next week, next 2 weeks, whatever the case may be. I mean, what do you think is relevant, right? Again, we want to come from our generation and from our perspective and say this is something that folks wouldn't mind hearing about. We don't want to be too outdated, even though that could be a funny part
Oh,
too.
it's too
But
late for that. It's too late for that. Old time. Old time.
Mr. AOL. But you got the AirPods in. I see that, and you got the new ones in, right? I mean,
Yeah, I got the new ones. Yep, I got the new ones. I got the
okay.
new
You like those?
phone.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I do. I like.
Right. Oh, look at
I
that.
like
Okay.
technology. I
All
do
right.
like some technology.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Well, you just got that. You were still rocking around with the little Motorola StarTAC probably last week. So
yeah. I had to close the
no
flip.
one, no one, no
I
one,
had
no one under 30 knows what I'm talking about when I say Motorola StarTAC. So
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
yeah. So like
funny.
the phone in the logo, that is literally that's a Nokia, and I literally had that
Yeah,
phone. Right. So I
yeah.
that's the real deal right there. I had that uh, for a long time before the
Well, you know
phones were
what?
smart.
Speaking of that phone right there, so some people have so think about Jessica. So if I was to go up to her room right now, we still have
Yeah.
her room, even though she's almost 30. Oh, I
Mm.
didn't say that.
gosh, like
Ooh,
just
29.
wow.
Women
Hey,
are 29 forever, right?
dude,
So
I can't undelete or it's live. We can't remove
edit
that.
that, edit
Oh,
that, edit that.
oh my
So,
gosh.
but if I go up to the room right now, she has literally, it's so cool. She's got a ton of phones that are all from like, I don't know, she's 30 or 29. I'm sorry, Jess, 29. And she's got all these phones. And one of those is that, Jay. I mean, one of those is that Nokia phone right there. I'll get it next time. I'll show you. I'll
So
show
why does
you.
she have it? Is she setting up a eBay store or what's the deal?
Well,
Trying to
you know,
sell it or what?
like we may be critical from a patient's perspective with some of the millennials out there. Some people need to, learn and stuff, but everybody has old school traits. So not to get too deep into my family, but Jessica, she likes to keep stuff. A lot of millennials don't like to do that. They toss stuff out
Yeah,
left and right. They don't want to be at a job for more than 6 months. They float around. Oh, that's a good one. We need to talk about employment and
oh,
impatience
oh,
with
hold on, wait,
employment
wait,
with you
wait.
people. Oh my goodness, we got to write
Hold
that
please, hold
down.
please. Wait a minute, hold on, hold
Yeah, right. Oh, there you go. Write that down. Write
on.
that
Well,
down. But
had to put the
yeah,
glasses on. But go ahead.
but my point is like some people keep old school traits, and old school trait is to keep stuff for a while. And she keeps her phones and she keeps stuff that she likes for a while. Old souls like Alec, I see he's on here too. He's an old soul, right? He likes old school music. He likes to do old school type things with Katie and go for walks and hikes and stuff and biking and things. And so, you can't just say that every old timer is this way and every millennial is this way. But there are certain
Yeah,
trends as it relates to patience for sure. That is no doubt, no
that's
doubt.
that's a good point. That's a good point. Hey, so check this out. We got
What?
ton of folks watching, and
Uh
we've
oh.
mentioned the name. We've mentioned the name. Uh,
Oh,
we got we got somebody on live watching us. So shouts out
Oh
to
my
Sherman Pruitt
gosh.
up there in Cal. Where he's he now? He's in
He's in
Seattle,
Seattle.
Washington
He's up there in
State.
Seattle where they
You
have
know,
their own little zone up there. He's probably hanging out in the little anonymous
yeah.
zones and stuff up there. Yeah,
But look
go
at it.
Prue
So he had
Dog.
to log in with Melody's account because he too old school. I don't know if he has any social. So www. How do I get on? Come on, Pro. What's up, baby? We got to
The
get you
World
on
Wide
camera.
Web, Prue Dog, the World Wide Web. We did a little Zoom just for everybody's benefits. And
Yeah.
again,
Oh
it
my
still
God.
relates to patients. We did a little Zoom meeting with Prue Dog and a bunch of others. And he was laying in his bed. So, he's like laying like this, and
Not
it's
like
like,
this.
hey guys, how you
He's
doing?
all.
Yeah, yeah, how you doing? All right, all right, I'm here. I'm here.
I'm
Oh,
like,
Prue
dude,
Dog,
get
we love
up,
you, bro. We
get
love you,
up.
man. Wake up,
he
Prue.
he is the classic stuck in the the early 2000s late 1990, yeah, the 20th century. Gosh, that seems
Yeah,
so
but
long
he's a
ago,
he's
doesn't
a
it?
he's a good husband, a wonderful father and grandfather. That boy, we love you,
Yes,
brother.
yeah, that's a good man for sure. That's a good man for sure.
Yeah. Hey. Somebody texted me like I'm multitasking. We could talk about multitasking too, because you know what I don't have patience for is when you're
Yeah,
having a conversation with someone and they're
yeah.
typing in the background and doing some of that. So I'll tell you
Oh, so
what,
like this.
yeah, well, not even on a Zoom or video, but like if you're just on a call with somebody one on one, and I'm like, "Hey, James, what's up? How's your weekend going?" I'm like, I just hang up. So we all have some patience, but that just pisses me off, man. That thing, man. But I got a text that says the next show we should do
Yeah.
music. We should do music on the next show. Music, all about music. But we have to be careful because we can't, with all your copyright restrictions and all that stuff. We got
Yeah,
to be
well, I can't
careful. But
play it. We can talk about it. We've got similar tastes because, again, I mean, every time I'd roll up to your house and we'd work on the Ford Festiva, we'd be bumping, we'd be bumping Too Short or something.
yeah, too
That
sure.
little
I
black
had the
Ford
black
Steva.
bucket. Remember, I had the black. I had the what was it called? The B210, the Datsun B210 black bucket with speakers in the
Boy,
back. I had Too Short blaring
rode that
out.
thing into the dirt.
Yeah, We went cruising in Fairfield and Vacaville and
Oh
cruise,
my
cruise, cruise.
God.
Those were the good old days. Do they cruise today? Like, do people cruise? Like not a cruise ship, but do people get in a car and like cruise and play music down a street? Do you know if that still goes on?
I don't know.
Cruising?
I don't know. I don't know. See
Hmm.
that's something that I think today's generation is missing out on because there's something to say about shining up the ride, getting out there with your buddies, turning up
Yeah.
the because I used to have I had my Scirocco. Remember I had my and I had
Yeah, yeah.
I put the little Night Rider light in the front for whatever reason. I cut the springs literally. I took it. There was no real official body shop. I literally cut the springs and I had house speakers in the back. Two big old house speakers
Oh my
in
God.
the
Oh, so
back.
like the big one, with the
Yeah,
brown wood around them, with the
they
brown
were
wood.
brown. They were big
They were
brown ones.
brown.
So they were they
Oh
were big brown
yeah.
ones with my
Yeah,
locomotion little sticker on the back, and we'd go up
yeah,
and down the cruise, bumping beats for hours, and, not harming anyone, not causing any problems, just driving slow. But everyone did that in Fairfield, and then we took it up to Vacaville and did that whole thing. But I don't think kids today do that. They're more going up to the coffee shop like Dutch Brothers because Dutch Brothers is open 24 hours. So up here in
oh
my
wow,
neighborhood, that's
yeah.
what they do, right? They go and hang out there, and
And
that's
do
more
what?
the
What do
millennials.
you
They
do
they. They just sit there and at midnight they're drinking high caffeinated drinks. I don't know what's going on.
with your headphones on, playing video games by
I
yourself, or what? I don't
I
get it. I mean, how is that fun?
I don't
Oh,
I can't
look
we
at
can't
Prue
tell.
Dog correcting me. It was a Datsun Nissan B210 with, yeah, they were. Thanks, Prue. Good stuff. Yeah, that was the life. You know, that's true. That's true. I miss those
He's
days.
got a
He's got a
he's
lot of
got a like a
emojis. Look at them emojis down
but
there.
no but he's got like a the memory of an elephant because I don't remember the
He
last time we did.
does.
He knew everything to the nth degree. I don't know how
Whoa.
he does it. That guy, but
Because you know why?
I can't
Because he's
remember
a
things.
good listener. And people need to listen more. You know, oh, actually, not even listen. They need to hear more. So you just
Uh,
listen, listen, listen. You don't hear. And Prue Dog hears people because he pays attention. He doesn't type while he's trying to have a conversation. He pays attention to people.
yeah,
That's what more
yeah,
people need to do out there.
yeah.
You know,
And that's probably also
crazy.
his line of work. He's got to do that. So I think so Melody, holler at Sherman. Tell him that we're gonna bring him online. We'll figure it out so he can not be asleep or in his pajamas on camera
Yeah,
because
he'll be a
we
guest.
we want to bring out the the best of them, right? We want to bring it back.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
tell you what, we got. I'm gonna bring up one question, and then we'll figure out how we're gonna move forward. Actually, one of our viewers, what will life look like after the kids are out of the house? Look,
All right, Jeff.
I tell you what, Jeff. Once Joe leaves, um, I haven't even told Jen this, but I'm gonna get uh, one of those tonals. You know, the home gyms, the one that mount like that's like mirror. I don't know if you heard of mirror. I'm gonna mount that
Oh, I have seen
on the
that.
wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Because I got my Peloton here, right? So you can barely see that, but so that's my midnight COVID impulse purchase over this last couple of months. I got that and I love it. But I'm gonna get one of those tonals and mount it in the wall in her room, and like get rid of the bed and everything. We were talking about it last night. Yeah, I'm kicking her out. So once she moves down to LA, I'm turning that into Daddy's lounge. But I'm sure Mama may have something to say about that too.
Yeah, well, Mama knows
Isaiah,
about
we
it
no,
now,
we
so
still, yeah, yeah. Isaiah, we still got him for two more years. But he's got his PC. He's like Alec, right? He's got his machine and he's playing his game, so he's good in his world, except for when he comes down and raids the pantry and eats all the food. But we can talk
But let
about
me
that
give
another
some.
time.
Okay, so let's talk about that though, because I'll tell you what. Every time I visit your house, you and Jen have raised some wonderful kids. We come over there, and they come down and they spend time with us, and they talk. So whether he's on his video games when I'm not there, that's one thing. But I'll tell you what, you got some two good millennials that have a lot of patience to sit back and listen to you and me and Jen and Grace talk all day. But they sit down. They come down all the time and spend time with us. I love those guys. Uh-oh, you're in
I'm in
trouble now,
trouble.
boy. You're in trouble now.
Yeah.
Well,
I
For Jeff's question for me, my kids have been out for a while, right?
yes, they have.
So, my son's.
But you still have a room upstairs with Jessica.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have a room upstairs for Alec and Jessica, and they're mid 20s and late 20s, and both went to college, and both do good work, and they're good to people, and they're good people, and they care about people, and I'm proud of what Grace did for them because I had nothing to do with it, but they're but they're out of the house, and I'll tell you one thing for those listening who have kids at home, including you, James. I mean, you and Jen are a wonderful couple. Like, I mean, you guys are tight knit, just like me and Grace. And when the kids leave, if your partner, spouse, man, I'll tell you, you got to be in deep love, and you got to have a lot of
Yeah.
patience. Like Grace has a lot of patience with me because I'm crazy, man. I'm
Oh
crazy,
yeah,
but she has a lot of
you're
patience.
chock full of crazy. Yes, you are. You're chock full of crazy, and
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
all
yeah,
right too.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
But
know,
she's patient with me. But I'll tell you what, that's my recommendation for Jeff is and others is just make sure you keep it tight with the wife, because the kids go, they come back, but the kids go, and
they come back on laundry day, right? That's what I used to do, right? They
yeah,
just come back.
like we're gonna go visit my parents. My mom says that's for sure. I'm go visit my parents in early August, hopefully for our anniversary. It's Grace and mine's 29th wedding anniversary,
Wow,
and
nice.
we're gonna head down and see my parents in Vegas. So, mom and dad, put your patience hat on because we'll be there. We'll be there to hang out. We'll be there
Well,
to hang out.
I know Mama Butterini be mad if the I'm gonna put her out there if the casinos aren't open, and I know Grace be mad if the bingo parlors aren't open. So there'll be some problems. There'll be some problems if they don't have access to those two locations.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at Jess. Doesn't want to spend $7 on laundry, but she'll spend $7 on a latte at Starbucks, though, or at Pete's
Uh,
or other places. You know what I'm saying? Do some laundry, kids. Do some laundry. Come on now. And you know what? Okay, so Jay,
okay.
think about this. So if we talk about laundry for a quick second, so
Uh oh.
patience is you got four loads, you got one washer and dryer, and you gotta wash it, wait, move it over, do it, da da da. So now what do kids do? They run to these laundry mats and they line it all up, and they get it all done in 10 minutes. Laundry's done in 10 minutes, so I can go back and do nothing. I mean, how much patience is that? Just like somebody flying past you, down Airbase Parkway, flipping you off because you're driving too slow, and then they get to a red light and you're right there with them. I mean, what is that all about? Good
What's
Lord.
that? What's that
Slow
all about?
down. Slow
Well,
down.
I did that long time ago. I haven't done that in a while, but yeah,
Yeah, but Corey's
I've
right though,
I've
Jay.
seasoned.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Corey's right. Get your priorities straight. That's what I'm talking about.
that's true.
Get your priorities straight.
That's true. Oh my goodness,
Oh,
Jeff's coming
look
through.
at
So
Jeff.
we were actually we trying to
We may have to invite Jeff to be
build.
the person on it. Yeah.
Matter of fact, you may see him later on today.
Oh,
Jeff
okay. I look
Stone
forward to it.
is Jen's uncle. Yeah.
Oh,
We
okay.
got
All
we,
right,
we,
Jeff.
we got the whole family, involved, and that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, right? I mean, that shows the longevity of all of us, right? We got the whole family going.
I
Um,
like it. I
all
like
that,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Look at mom. Mom's talking about Airbase Parkway.
Uh,
She knows how
she
that
does.
is. Airbase
Yeah,
Parkway, boy.
I'm not gonna say anything that may get me incriminated or in trouble. She knows about 80%. But, let me see here. I'm very selectively monitoring questions, just to make sure that uh, I don't get anybody in trouble. Well, oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we need to have the Butterinis on there 55 years. I'm up on 29. Hey, so I would just say about a good marriage, one is spend time together without the children too, take a trip, do some things without the kids. You got to be together, right? I mean, that's Jeff.
Amen.
That's what I'm,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
right? You got
yeah.
to, and you got to be friends and you got to be on the same page. So, those types of things, trust and love and all that. So, um,
Right. Tell you what, we will do one more question for the day. This is how I wanted it to be. I wanted us to give our opinion and folks giving us kind of the direction and the question. Just wanting to hear us go back and forth. We get kind of funny every now and then, but you know, at, now that we have dependents and now that we have responsibilities, it's kind of little bit more than just fl- fly by night. So we talk a little bit a little bit better, like we've got some sense now. But this is Melly. This is probably either her or Sherm. So let's see.
Well, no, it's got to be Sherm with Crazy Bra at the end. I mean, that's his token right there, you know.
Yeah, because he's been with his jobs forever, right? He's getting pension and retirement from the service, from law enforcement, and then going back. So shouts out to Sherman for being a great civil civic citizen, right? Going out there and keeping us safe from a military perspective and keeping us safe from a protection perspective. So we love that. But yeah, I mean, so I'll start with this one, and I know just being in the technology industry, it's what can you give me? It's beyond just the take home pay, right? So it's what other benefits are there? So and like here in the Bay Area, it's can you watch my dog? We talk about laundry. Can you offer concierge services like laundry? Can you give me flexible schedule? Do you have a cafeteria that has free food? And so there, if the job doesn't provide those types of different benefits than we typically would see, back in the day, folks don't stay loyal to an organization and they'll keep trying to find out if the grass is greener on the other side. They'll jump from a different company just because, oh, you're going to offer me free Uber or Lyft credits if I work for you. Great. I mean, that's a good thing. Oh, this other company is going to give me less pay but allow me to work three days a week instead of 5 days a week, right? And as long as I get it done, it it's weird that there's no real loyalty to an organization today. I don't think. I think it's more trying to catch that next buck or trying to catch that next short term fulfillment. What do you thought?
Yeah, you know what? I think there is that short term gain, right? Like I need something to grab onto, and James, you're spot on. I mean, I need that something to grab onto, whether it's cash or amenities or whatever, and that's fine. I mean, I'm not here to judge what people do, but to Melody and Sherman's point, I mean, you can't have 10 jobs before you're 30. We're going to do a section on finance. You got to build up loyalty with a company, and I've been with my company for 31 years June 1st, and I'm not saying that's the thing to do either. I could have gone elsewhere and things like that for different reasons, but I mean, if you give a little bit to your company, they're going to give something back to you if you have patience. And that's what we talked about today, and I'm glad Melody and Sherman asked that, because if you have patience, it'll pay off. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's important. That's important.
that's true. That's true.
That's a good one.
Look at that. Hold on here. She butchered your name. I
Yeah,
had to
that's all
put that
right.
up there just because the name was butchered.
That's all
Uh,
right. Yeah. I go. Yeah, that works out
well, she
well. And
always hears me call you Bootang.
I know. 52 years for them, right? 52 years. And the
Yeah,
secret of
yeah,
that
yeah.
is yes, dear. Yep, there it is. Yes, dear. That's what I say to Grace all the time. Yes, dear. Whatever you say. Yeah, I got to go to the store, whatever. So
Whatever.
that's good. That's patience right there, right? 55 years for mine, 52 years for yours. I mean, that's patience and love, and that's great. That's great.
I love it. I love it.
So
Well, brother,
we have to think about our next one. We got to think about the
uh,
next one, when we're going to do it, and hopefully
I'm,
everybody enjoyed and we can
uh, I'm
interact.
waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. Look, I film every other day, right? So you you
Nobody
you
wants to
got
see this. No one.
no.
I have a face for radio, my friend. Nobody wants to see this every other day. Come on now. Oh my goodness.
Just lucky I didn't do this right there. I didn't zoom in on it. It's like, oh well,
Oh,
hold
you
on.
can
How
see
do we
my
do
new
that?
little.
Good.
Yeah.
Lucky I didn't zoom in on us the entire time there because you see all the imperfections. I don't have my makeup on or anything like that. What do you want to talk about? Where we go next? I say maybe bi-weekly.
Yeah, I
You
like
know, we,
that.
we we do that because I think someone even reminded me or reminded us earlier that next week is Father's Day,
It is
and
indeed,
yeah,
indeed.
so you know probably won't do any film and then probably be out enjoying. You can't go anywhere, so be in the backyard. Right.
Exactly.
You'll be in the
I'll go to
you'll be
Safeway
out
to
in the
get a
backyard.
chimichanga.
You know. So
Well, all right.
that's
So
all we
let's
can
say,
do
all right.
about
So
that.
we'll be back in 2 weeks. We'll be back in two
Two
weeks,
weeks.
and let's talk about music. Why don't we talk about music? That seems to be a
Okay.
fun one. We'll talk about music. So, all right, we'll send out some reminders to the old
Yeah.
timers. Yep.
To all the folks. So we appreciate you for joining us. Thank you very much. This was, like I say, long time planning, long time coming. We had a topic, just wanted to have this type of a dialogue, folks. We're just gonna go back and forth. We said we are gonna go 30 to 40 minutes. We've been online for 52 minutes right now, and it's because of you guys and because of your guys' engagement. Again, we think that the world needs a hug and uh, unwind, enjoy the journey with us as we do this every couple of weeks. It's not for a monetization purpose. I'm not. We're not selling this show. This is again just to allow folks to get together and hang out and have a little fun on a regular basis. So, being said, y'all be cool. Boontang, I see you in a couple hours. Drive safe.
All right.
Be good to yourself and everyone else. Talk to you soon. Thank you.